All right, everyone, I am back at PAX Unplugged 2019 on day 3, Sunday, here with the traditional interview with Carla Kopp of Weird Giraffe Games. Tell me about the show, Carla.
The show is going so well. I'm so tired, but everything is moving. Here at PAX, we are releasing Animal Kingdoms, which has been going fantastically, as well as Dreams of Tomorrow, which is my one weird Rondell Saving the Future game, which I'm super excited about as well. But yeah, everything is super exciting. I've had a lot of meetings. I've been on panels. I'm doing all the things.
Tell me about the panels you've been on. What have you been speaking to as a subject matter expert?
So I did a panel on the resources that really helped me be a super great game designer and what helps speed that up and do good things, which was really fun. And I was also on a panel about how to network as an introvert.
To network as an introvert. I think that is going to be the name of your autobiography someday.
Oh yeah, because this is not what comes natural. It is not at all. It's taken me 3 years of training all the time to be able to talk and stuff. I went to speech therapy for 12 years and I was supposed to continue and they were just you're not gonna get better. And I was oh, okay then. And I went to my corner, but I did get better, so I showed them.
Yeah, and you're coming on podcasts, you're doing all kinds of media stuff, and you're talking at conventions. But as far as Weird Giraffe Games, let's see what Animal Kingdoms is about. So this game seems to be really hot. It's beautiful. People are really interested. What has been the general response that you've gotten from the audience who maybe hadn't heard of the game before the convention?
So people really love it. The first thing they see is they see the art and the table presence, and that really draws them in. But then we start explaining, and just the fact that it's so easy to learn and play, but there's all these different strategic things you can do, they just get it. I was just teaching well, I'm not good with kids, but I think he was either 4 or 5, and he was having such a good time. And well, the only problem he had was because he broke his wrist, so he couldn't hold the cards, but he was doing great otherwise.
That's awesome. Now, you have quite the lineup for 2020. I know that off camera we've talked about a couple things. So why don't you tell me about what's back behind us over here in Tumble Town, and then you also have some sort of deliciously dark magic game going on. Let's tell the audience about that.
So Tumble Town, it is a town and engine building game where you want to be the mayor of a small town, and everyone is competing to win this position. The townspeople tell you what kind of buildings they want and the kind of the orientation that they want them in. So if you can build those buildings, there's a bit of a spatial puzzle, and you build the buildings out of dice. So if you can manipulate the dice in a way that will make the townspeople happy, you can build the buildings, and then you start on the spatial puzzle, and if you could do that beautifully, you will win the game.
And then the Dark Magic Academy, what's Degrees of Dark Magic, right?
Degrees of Darkness.
Degrees of Darkness.
Yeah, yeah. So you are getting your master's degree in the dark arts, as one does, and you can choose different things to focus in, like sorcery, which really depends a lot on the phase of the moon, alchemy, which you really have to take your time with, because you don't want to speed up your potions; they'll just go bad real fast. Or you could even focus in divination, where you're really looking to the future, and you can take advantage if you can properly know what other players are gonna do. You can really get rewarded that way. So yeah.
Well, it sounds like 2020 is a busy year, but both of these games are designed by other designers that you signed to Weird Giraffe, which is cool and exciting, but I also know you as a really clever designer. So what does Carla Kopp, the designer, have cooking?
So I actually have a lot of games cooking. I've done this thing where every time I go to a convention or travel, I design a game on the way there. I designed a game about cat adoption. That's a spatial puzzle on the way here. But for the 2020, I believe that there are 3 games that are going to be coming out from 3 different companies in the future.
3 different companies, not from Weird Giraffe? What's up with this? Are you exploring other avenues, or is this some sort of co-signing deal? Tell me about why Weird Giraffe, Carla Kopp incarnate, is going to be exploring other publishers.
So I really love working with other people and just getting to know them and like the whole industry. So I want to work with cool people, so I sign other people's games and other people sign my games, and we're all friends.
That's a good way to be. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me, Carla. This is always a joy. And thank you everyone at home for watching the Cardboard Herald. If you enjoyed this video, we have all kinds of other reviews, interviews, and recommendations via writing, podcast, and video here on our channel and website cardboardherald.com. Our content is audience supported, so if you want to show your support, please visit our Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Cardboard Herald.